The world has changed and we can see that before our eyes. We're not a passive government, we're an active government, and we are responding to those changes. We are a strong country, we have brought stability back to our economy, which means that we are able to spend more on defence. We're uplifting that to 2.5% of GDP by 2027, but the first payment into that uplift comes today at the Spring Statement. We're putting an additional £2.2 billion in next year to spending on defence, and that money will be particularly directed to improving the technological capability of our armed forces, investing in the best technology to keep our country safe and secure, to improve the accommodation for those serving in the armed forces, which is so important for retention and recruitment of our armed forces, and also because fundamentally I believe that if you serve our country, you and your family should be treated well, and that has not been the case the last few years with a lot of the shoddy accommodation for our armed forces. But thirdly, as we uplift defence spending, I want that to benefit jobs and prosperity here in the UK. And so we're at Telford today, where they're building armoured vehicles for the UK Army, for the British Army, but also building armoured vehicles for export as well. And we've stepped up our support to help British companies in defence export around the world to support jobs, prosperity and growth here in Britain. Putin does pose a threat to the UK, but we are a strong country and we can come out stronger from the challenges that we face. But it does require thinking again about how we spend taxpayers' money. And it's right, given the challenges and the circumstances that we face, that we uplift our spending on GDP, on defence. It will be the biggest sustained increase in defence spending since the end of the Cold War. But given the challenges that we face, it is absolutely the right thing to do, because the number one priority of any government has got to be to keep its citizens safe and secure, but also because I recognise a strong economy depends on strong defences, but also as we invest in defence, we can also bring good jobs to Britain. The use of technology is going to change the way that government services operate, but we're also looking at every pound that government is spending and making sure we're getting value, because I'd rather see that money spent in a hospital or a GP surgery than in a government department. At the budget last year, we put tens of billions of pounds into public services, £100 billion more on capital investment in roads, rail, energy, digital, transport infrastructure. We also put more than £20 billion into the National Health Service. That is Labour investment in our public services, and public spending will increase in real terms, so above inflation, in every single year of this Parliament. That is very different from what we saw, for example, under George Osborne, where government spending was cut.